Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video. And today we're going to talk about Final Girl by Van Ryder Games. Now, what you see in front of you is the complete Kickstarter that I backed about a year ago, 2 years ago. Just finally getting around to releasing a video on this stuff. But what's going to happen here is, because there's so much good stuff, I'm going to have multiple videos detailing each of the products that were part of that original Kickstarter, because I'm not going to sit here and do a 3-hour video going through every component of every box. It would just be just too much of an undertaking. So what I'm going to do in this video here is talk about the core box, and then we're going to roll on from there, and you'll see other accompanying videos as well. So I just wanted to show you everything again, which came in the Kickstarter. This is everything that was included in it. But today in this video, we're going to concentrate solely on the core box. So let me pull some of this stuff away for another time. Pull some other stuff away for another video. And the extras, we're going to pull that off. Pull this off. And we're going to start off again with the core box. Now, the cool thing about these boxes, and we're going to crack this bad boy open so you see what's on the inside, but right now, let's start taking a look right here. First off, all the games are for one player. So this is, if you're into solo mode, this is the best that you can think about, because it's designed strictly for one player only. Okay, it's for one player, takes 20 to 60 minutes, ages 14 plus. Again, by Van Ryder Games. Need more information. It was released in 2020, like I said, a couple of years back. VanRyderGames.com. You get more information of how to get this and how to pick up individual copies for this. Now, one of the cool things about this is that it's magnetized. So this is cool. The cover comes right on top there. Just pop that open like that. All right. And there's two sides. If I'm not mistaken, there's two sides to the box. Nope. This one is only one. So, again. So first thing right off the bat, we have the rule book, the board, the dice, and all the components. So let's start right off the bat. Let's start off, there's your player board, and let's start right here. Again, Final Girl, the rule book. Gives you a little bit of background information. The feature film game system explains to you how to use. Again, all these will give you individual unboxing for all of these. Okay, and it gives you a little background information of how to play the game, obviously. The core box components. Now, you need to use the core box for every game that you use. I've only done one of the adventures so far. It's a really, really fun game. A little complex to learn at first, but once you play it, you kind of understand how it goes, and you roll with it, all right? So this is everything that you get inside your core box. Game overview and objectives. What the game boards look like. You got the player board, the killer board, the location board. Okay, these are not included. These are included in the Camp Happy Trails expansion. So these are just giving an example, because you need a kill board. That's your killer that you're fighting through your adventure. This is where the action's taking place at. And this is your tracker for the player board. This tracks all your information that you need to know here. All right, so that's how the book is laid out, okay? But these are not included in their base game. Get a setup, you need your core box, and you need your feature film box, and that's exactly what I was explaining to you. Okay, so the one that they're telling you to start with would be a Camp Happy Trails, because the instructions are based around that expansion first, or core game first. Okay, it gives you more information, how to set up the cards that you need to do. Gameplay, you got your game turn. It has the action phase, the planning phase, the killer phase, the panic phase, and the upkeep phase. Action phase goes right into detail. What are action cards? What do they mean? How do you use them? Again, your horror rolls. Your dice, additional rules for horror rolls. Resolving action card effects. Again, your movement, saving victims, Final Girl cards, Lori and Lori. Some notes about Lori. How do you search for items? As one of your actions. Resting and healing. Attacking. Gaining and losing time. A little bit of construction going on outside, so please excuse the noise the camera might be picking up. Discarding action cards to gain time. The horror level. Ending the action phase, the planning phase. Again, explains all the phases right here. What's really cool as well is that they also have instructional videos that they released, that Van Ryder game released, that tells you how to play step by step, how to set up the board and how to play the game. It's really helpful to watch. I watched it several times before playing the game, then read the rule book, and it made a lot more sense to me. Again, the killer phase, resolving terror cards, killer actions. If you want to target something, you want to move, you want to attack a victim, attacking the final girl, defending defending against an attack with a reaction card. It's more, a lot of photos showing you the action as it unravels, shows you what to do, how something comes up, it explains to you what you have to look for. The panic phase, again the upkeep phase, revealing the finale, your finale card. Game end, additional rules, your item cards, holding items, one-time and limited use items, weapons, range, damage modifiers, final health token, adrenaline rush, bloodlust, dark powers, epic dark powers, and minor dark powers, victim overflow, boards and tokens, event cards, special victims, tokens, discarding, drawing player, removing, game ambiguity, enemies, killers, and minions, attacking a minion, the killer phase, the panic phase, index explaining where everything can be found. You got 2 pages of that. So in the back, it gives your turn summary, how to read and use your action cards, icon reference, everything that you need to know. Tells you right there in spot. So the rule book, it's very compact, but there's a lot of goodness that's inside it. It's a total of 34 pages in length. So that's your rule book for Final Girl. Now, the first thing you need to look at is a player board. Okay, one side is the Final Girl. So it tells you here your action phase, planning phase, killer phase, panic phase, and upkeep phase. Which Final Girl you chose. Every time a victim dies, you place them in here. Items that go in your backpack and what's in your hands. Again, horror tracker. Okay, now you flip that over. Extreme horror, making things a little bit more tricky. There it is. So you can play either the basic way, which is this way, or you can do the extreme, which makes it a little bit harder. Okay. That's your choice. So that's your player board. You also have, now it comes with a really, really cool tray that you keep all your items in as well. Okay. And I didn't show you this before. Now, this is the back of the box. So let me read that off, because usually I start with that, but I had it pulled off and stuck in the box. So let's see what it says here. Horror awaits. Ever wanted to star in your own horror movie? Now's your chance. In Final Girl, you become the heroine of the story. This is a solo game unlike any other that brings many horror movie tropes to life using the innovative and endlessly replayable feature film game system. Every second counts as you manage your time and actions in the game. One mistake could mean your death. Will you try to save the other victims or search for items to help you destroy the killer? Play cards, roll dice, and feel the exhilaration and the dread in every moment. This core box has the primary components of the game, but must be combined with at least one feature film box. So grab this box and one or more of the feature film boxes, and you will have everything you need to play. Since any killer can be played at any location, adding additional feature film boxes greatly increases your options and provides exciting new challenges. Important. This is not a standalone game. You must have a feature film box to play. So what's included in here, you got your tokens, your boards, your tracking markers, health markers, rule book, time marker, bloodlust marker, action cards, meeples, custom dice. Again, by Van Ryder Games. Okay, came out in 2020. Again, vanrydergames.com. Get more information about that. So that actually was on the back of the box. I didn't show it to you because I had it crammed in there. But yeah, when you take the packaging off, this thing slides off, so you get a black box. So I put that at the bottom. So that gives you the background information about the game and what the components are and all that good stuff. So I'm going to put that over here as well. Okay, so that's your back page information. Now we get over to here, to this stuff here. All right. So you get some baggies. You get cards. Again, all these cards are all explained to you in the game, throughout the game, and in the instructions. So you get a yellow, white, and blue one. You get a moon, a diamond, and a triangle. There you go. Front and back are the same. Get some action cards. Backs are all the same. A bunch of these cards. So let's flip them over, see what they are. Furious Strike. Close Call. Play after any horror roll to reroll any one die or reroll all dice for a 2 to decrease your time by 2. Again, Close Call. Guard. Focus. Focus. Short Rest. Walk. So these are your successes over here. If you get 2 successes, this is what you can do. You get 1 success, this is what you can get. No successes, you don't do anything. Okay, and there's your cost value of a card. So everyone has a cost value at the bottom, all right? And has a little saying at the bottom too. I'm not scared anymore. Next time it attacks, I'll be ready. I'm going to kill that godforsaken thing. Okay. Planning. Long Rest. Critical Blow. Distraction. Distraction. Improvise. Improvise. Guard. Search. Sprint. Sprint. Search. Weak Attack. Weak Attack. It costs no time to do these. So if these are in your pile, they don't cost you any time. So when you look at your timer, which is over here, okay, time tracker's up here, see it? Time. So if I have 6 time right now, so when I get this card here, I would use it. It would drop from here. Time tracker would go from here to here, here, here. So go down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'd have basically 2 time left. So you couldn't play, let's just say, for example, you could play the 0 cards, as many as you'd like, but if you have the only other card you have is Retaliate, which is 4, you won't be able to use it because you don't have enough time. So time is very important in this game. So you're always looking to add more time to your tracker. At least that's what I learned in my couple games that I played of this. You always got to keep in mind on time. Sometimes you have to kind of relax and get more time added, and then you collect cards. Other times you got to drop cards because you can't use them in the turn because you don't have enough time. So those are your action cards. You get 3 meeple, 2 red, and 1 purple. with some of these wooden things, which are kind of markers. Get your time tracker right there. Oh. There you go. So that's what your meeple looks like. And your purple meeple. So you get 2 red. And a couple of these little discs also. A red disc there too. A bunch of these were little white ones. Okay. As you can tell, I keep them in the bag, but it can get a little tricky at times. And as you know, I just dropped the one on the ground, so it should be, it's 2 red and only 1 purple. Okay, so there you go. These are your victims. So you get a bunch of these guys. You have a blue guy too. Okay, so I'm gonna put the blue guy. You got blue guys and you got yellow ones, so there you go. And those go right up in here. So these are your special victims. So it might be people that you went on the trip with, or, you know, and you got a couple of these yellow guys. So you got a whole mess of victims in here. And you also have, so you got a blue one, a white one, blue one. So those are your special characters. So again, they might be the people that you came with on the trip. You know how it is in action, you know, in the horror films. You get a whole bunch of these yellow guys. Okay. These are your life tokens. And here they are. Again, everything's made of quality wood. So they're very well done. Some nice health tokens. You get a whole mess of a lot of those, as you can tell up there. Get some dice. Dice are bigger size than a regular D6. These are pretty big dice. So take a look at them. Different markings on them. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you take those and you roll those. And you count your successes. It's that simple. Okay. But of course, each character tells you how many dice, so you don't roll all these dice all the time. All right, but look at it. So you got the 2, looks like that. So, got the dropsies today. So, all right. So let's take a look at this up close. So let's start with the 1. The 1 has nothing on it. The 2 has nothing on it. 3. There's your 4. Your 5. And your 6. And there you go. That's your die. And you get 66 right there. And then you also get some tokens as well. Okay. So that one says +1. +1 die. And that's it. Again, +1 die. Another +1 die. Again, these are all flipped over, so you get a +1 die. You get a heart. Again, you get the blue triangle. You get the yellow moon. You've got, again, another +1 die. Get the white diamond. Get 2 +2 health. You get +1 die roll. +1 die. +1 die. +1 die. Again, +1 die with 3 hearts on it. So, +1 die, +1 die there. Back, so there's nothing. So again, you get all this in your first core box of the Van Ryder game, Final Girl. So again, to play this game, you have to have one of the expansions. You have to have one of the core games. Okay, and again, like I showed you earlier, you know, if you go back to the beginning of this video, you'll see that I had all the expansions that were included in this Kickstarter. But for this video, I wanted to do just the core box. So there you are. Again, you can't play the game without at least one of the missions. You can't do it. All right. So here you go. Again, the core box is a game. This is part of the game that you must use every time you play Final Girl. Again, Final Girl, the core box. Thank you for watching this unboxing. If you enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up. Of course, you can leave a comment as well. You could always subscribe to find out when we're going to be releasing more unboxing videos. Again, thank you for joining us. Be safe, be well, and enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll see you on the next unboxing video.